Broward Together podcast. We have a special person that has been doing great work in Broward County. And I, Guylène Berry, happen to know him and work with him throughout the years and seeing the work that he's been doing in this wonderful county, Broward County. So to all of you that are watching, that are visiting this page today and listening, tuning in, paying attention to what this gentleman here, Sandy McDonald. For those of you that are watching, that are interested into opening your own business, running your own business, even if you're not ready now, I hope you pay attention. I hope you tune in. At least tell someone else how they can learn so much from this interview, from this person, from this man and director of the Small Business Economic Development of Broward County. I know he has a middle name.
Yes, you know that. That's okay.
I prefer calling him Sandy McDonald.
Yes.
Welcome to Broward Together.
Miss Berry, thank you for the invite.
Yes.
Thank you for your launch. I'm enjoying the fact that Broward Together has launched under you. And thanks for remembering us. Thanks for being inclusive to Broward County's Office of Economic and Small Business Development. And as you said, I am Sandy Michael McDonald, the director of the Office of Economic and Small Business Development. So thanks for having me.
Yes, and it's always a pleasure. Sandy, I have to thank you for being the person that you are, and also for helping so many small businesses in Broward County and the work that you're doing in Broward County.
Thank you for the kudos, but we're excited about doing it. We're excited that the Broward County Board of County Commissioners allows us to do it. We're excited that the county administrator, Monica Sapero, supports us in our efforts to do it. And we're truly excited that the program that we've built today, I've been here 12 years coming up in May. And from where we were to where we are, this has been development and love, creating opportunities for small businesses, not to just participate in county procurement, but creating a real opportunity for small businesses to excel in county procurement, while at the same time, helping other aspiring entrepreneurs and startups recognize that whether you want to do business with government or not, the economic development side of the office is still here to support you in your startup as well as in your growth. So the thank you is that the commission affords us a chance to do this. The county administrator supports us in doing this. There's an ordinance that requires all agencies to work with us to do this. And then there's the learning curve of startups and entrepreneurs that we work with community partners to make sure those who want to start a business, it's not just government, but there's at least 19 other public-private partners who participate in aiding and assisting a concept, an idea, a startup, or a small business who wants to scale. We have a group that intentionally works to provide those services.
You're answering all my questions.
And most of it's free. I'm just excited because when you and I were talking about you doing the podcast, I certainly, selfishly, wanted to be a part because I know your audience, I know your target group, and I know that you're one of those who have been genuine since I've met you. I'm 12 years old in May. So that means I've really known you for 11 years of me being here in Broward. And you've always been authentic about providing services and making sure that the things that are available to the target audience can be shared. So you've always been on us in the right way about making sure we share our information. And you have allowed us to be a part of your vehicle, your conduit, to get that information out. So again, I'll calm down. I'll slow down and I'll let you do your job, but it is a pleasure to be with you. So thank you again.
And thank you for your work. Thank you for everything. I've been thanking you since day one for your leadership. However, I have a question for you because I know you've been on my radio talk show, Cause Femme, several times, but this time, while we're together, I want to provide this information, the work that you're doing, the help.
What propelled me to take on this role? So again, I was working in DC, and my last 3 to 4 years was economic development, small business. I moved back to Michigan in '99 when my father passed. I'm the youngest of 9. So that was a chance to go home and make sure my mom was going to be good. And I worked in Downtown Development Authority, working with businesses, and then the focus again became small business. I worked for that city for over 10 years. I retired from that city and I started doing light consulting, working with other cities, other businesses, small business, and helping them to understand where the opportunities were. And seriously, while I was consulting back in 2010, 11, 12, I did find out about Broward in this position. their headhunter, whatever the proper name is, did reach out. We did have some conversations. So though I knew Broward was moving in a direction that would interest me, one of the real honest points that sold me is that I came here on April the 4th, 2013. I remember getting my rental car, driving around, make sure I knew where this county complex was, because I had the interview the next day. And I woke up the next day on April 5th, 2013, and there was a little diner across the street from the hotel where I was staying. And I went and had breakfast at 8 a.m. outside, 79 degrees on April 5th, 2013. And I remembered as I was eating breakfast outside, I'm like, and you parked your car at Detroit Metropolitan Airport on April 4th, and you left 3 inches of snow on your car. So for a short 2-hour and 40-minute flight, I've left 3 inches of snow, and now I'm having breakfast at 79 degrees at 8 a.m. outside. Hey, if they want me, I want them. Guys, this May makes 12 years. They wanted me, and I wanted them, and this weather. So here we are. That's what really propelled me. Everything that they were looking for was exactly what I had been doing and what I wanted to do if I was going to do government work again. I really thought maybe I was going to continue to carve out my space, just business coaching and consulting. But everything about Broward, including that weather, but seriously, everything about Broward made this a very good landing spot. And here we go. May will be 12 years.
Interesting. And this is what we're trying to show here. Broward together is the sun,
Yes.
the weather, the beach, the atmosphere, and also continue working with individuals so they could be nice with each other.
Yes, and all those things you just laid out. And then genuinely driving down to the point. From the sun to the beach to the less taxing to the collaboration. It really does lead to the business opportunity. Broward just happens to be one of those communities, not just in the state of Florida, but throughout the country, who is truly committed. And they've done it by an ordinance or by a law to say that we recognize who we are as a county. So it makes sense that a portion of what we do, not might, we shall do, we should do, we will do with our small businesses. And when you recognize that, when I realized the numbers based on businesses, small businesses, the density of businesses, the disciplines of businesses, and when I learned how big the county as a government is, most folks don't know. Second largest county in the state of Florida. Larger than 11 states in the United States, including D.C. and Puerto Rico. And remember, I'm talking about a county. 1,300 square miles, 2 million residents, 31 municipalities, and over 85,000 registered businesses in our county. And then to understand with today's stats, 89% of those 85,000 have 20 employees or less. So let's be clear. The Small Business Administration says a small business is 1 to 500 employees. So that's pretty good. But 89% of all the businesses in Broward, no matter the discipline, 89% have 20 employees or less. So we're truly a small business community. So then it makes sense. Hey, Broward, if you just happen to be a small business community and you have to buy and build stuff anyway, if it's not costing you extra dollars and if it doesn't cost you less than a quality product, why would you not make sure that at least 25% of what you buy from your locals? So that's our ordinance. That's our program. The Business Opportunity Act is just simply saying for anything the county buys, airport, cruise port, Broward County Transit, libraries, parks and recs, roads, how do I share this information with my business community? How do I make sure that certified businesses understand a better opportunity to engage procurement? How do I make sure non-certified businesses know that there's a pathway for you? And how do I make sure that aspiring entrepreneurs recognize it don't have to be about government, but if you can end up with a business that provides a good material, service, product, or solution that government or others could use, we too could potentially be your pathway. That's us.
And that's what I love about how you bring all those resources to Broward County. And when last year, 2015, I got lost on my way there, and I got close to the port, and I saw all this work that they've been doing in 1 year. How much work! So it was a fortunate experience for me to get lost, to find other things and discover other things going on in Broward County. However, we're going to go back to you as the director. What are some of the challenges that you face since assuming this role in Broward County?
So good question, and because again, things aren't done overnight. Same thing we tell our entrepreneurs, you're not gonna become a millionaire overnight. You're not gonna win a county contract overnight. So there are challenges, but I get to say challenges become opportunities. And then as you begin to define the opportunities, the question is, what will you do to take advantage of the opportunity? So note it, we had challenges. We had businesses who really didn't like this office 12 years ago, and for whatever happened in the past, so they really weren't engaged. We had county agencies who may not have believed completely in the office, so instead of trying to make sure that we did 25%, they were comfortable with 5 and 10. You had others who thought that this was too competitive, and it was a set-aside that shouldn't be allowed. So some of the challenges was, and I'll use the earlier stat, though it was different then, it was the same. The challenge was, how do I convince a business community, a small business community, elected officials, county agencies, and community partners that the opportunity to afford businesses in your community to help you stabilize and grow your community is an opportunity we shouldn't pass on. So if we need to make sure that all the businesses really understood the program, the purpose and the intent, then go have as many meetings as you need to make sure that the business community understood. If we needed to go do training with county agencies to make sure that they understood, hey guys, this is not Sandy's program, it's not the small business program, it's the county's program. And it makes sense based on data, it makes sense based on return on investment, it makes sense based on GDP. That when we can buy things from our own local businesses, it grows our income and our economic base. It makes sense that you go out and make sure that your community partners recognize. Though I'm government, there's no way I can do this alone. Though I'm government, there are certain things I shouldn't do that you should do. Though I'm government, I need to be just as supportive of you as you are of us. Those challenges we really did have to overcome. And some was taking what was a well-intended program and even tweaking it. So you heard me mention this, at least 25% of what we buy. But when I got here, we were trying to average 25. Before I got here, they were trying to average 25. So they were trying to get to 25. But after 3 years to 4 years being here, I, working with the advisory board, we say, it's not working, guys. But there is a way to make it work. So we did submit a recommendation to the Broward County Board of Commissioners. You want us to average 25% of all the things the county buy. We do, because when you do average, remember, everybody's not as excited about the program as you are. You really haven't built up enough capacity to have enough businesses to provide the services. The county buys a lot, but we don't buy everything. But based on everything that we buy, I'm still trying to see if I got enough vendors who provide the service. So we asked the commission, while we grow capacity and identify more opportunities for small business, I need you to change the word average. And if you're serious and committed about small business, it should be at least 25. Now, even that has challenges. Hey, Sandy, if we say at least 25% of what we buy, we want to buy from small, that means all the big companies who's normally been getting 85, 90, and 95. That means they no longer can get more than 75 cents on the dollar. Mr. and Mrs. Commissioner, that's correct. They should understand it as we should understand it because, again, your numbers. 89% of everything we do are with businesses 20 employees or less. So a big company needs to understand. We don't mind you making money. We don't mind you making the lion's share. But it makes sense for my community, my business community, for my economics, that a portion of what you do in Broward, you do with my small. And that's where they at least 25. And I don't mind sharing with you. We did that in 2018. We started the program in 2019. So we try to make sure out of everything the county buys, no matter which agency, at least 25% is purchased from small. My numbers as of 23, 34% of everything the county buys, we buy from locally certified small businesses. So I was shooting for 25, but we're at 34. And I think by the time my 24 numbers are over, I'm going to end up around 37 or 38% of everything the county buys, I'm buying from local. So I'm sustaining and growing my own economy based on the things that I have to do anyway, because I have chosen to be intentional about working with small.
I have another question for you.
Broward.org/econdev. On that website, you can go to small business and you can learn and read everything about the certification. You're going to read in depth what I'm going to talk about next, which is the eligibility criteria and what we call small. But there's an online application and an online video. So read the application, then watch the video, and if comfortable and if interested, complete the application, upload your documents, and send it in. 90 days or less, we will certify you. But if that sounds difficult, again, watch the video, because we take it to a 6th grade level with a voice that's better than mine, where someone's going to walk you through every single line, your first name, your last name, your company's name, your address, We will walk you through the entire application. So again, you can consider or find more information out about becoming a certified small business if you just go to our website, broward.org/econdev, and then click on any of the links for certified small business, and the information will be there.
Thank you for sharing that, Cindy. And I have a tip for you that if you're interested in registering your business with Broward County Small Business Development, Economic and Small Business Development Department, if you are interested in doing so and you want to watch the video while you're doing your application, I would suggest that you watch the video on your phone while you're doing your application on the computer, so that way it can walk you through while you're doing it.
Yeah, good recommendation. So to your point,
Yes.
what is a small business?
What determines a business to be a small business?
So for Broward, ours is on scale and geographics. So if you happen to be a business and you're in Broward County at least 1 year, not 10 or 20, your business needs to be somewhere in Broward County for at least 1 year. The personal net worth of the owner has to be $1.32 million or less. Now, we're not counting how much your house costs, but from your personal account, your checking account, any annuities, if your personal net worth ends up 1.32 or less, you qualify for your business. Most businesses with all the disciplines, you have to average $5 million or less over 3 years. But if you're in construction or construction related, your company can average $9 million or less over 3 years. And then there's this thing about useful function. If what you do in the course of your business, your regular business, your day-to-day, if you provide a good material, service, or product that the county buys, that means you provide a useful function. If you fit in that box and you're interested in doing business with government, come get certified. Because our eligibility is based on personal net worth, gross receipts, being in our county, and providing a useful function as a good material or service. Fitting in that box, you're eligible to get certified. That's it for us at small.
I love the fact that you have elaborated a little bit more about what makes a small business considered a small business in Broward County. And once again, if you're watching, you'd like to do business with Broward County, the website is. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that nowadays technology is everything. When you started, yes, technology was still around, but not as important as it is today.
Exactly.
So how does technology change your department from those 10, 11 years that you've been here?
I'll tell you one change. When I moved to Florida, you could still do your taxes online. You know, H&R Block, TurboTax, all those online applications. But when I got here in 2013, you still had to go to my website, download my application, type or print my application, and mail it in. We were still antiquated just to give you access to getting certified. How has technology and innovation advanced our program since I've been here? That's my biggest one. As we just said, you can now go online, complete your application, upload your document, send it in. You get a communication from us, and then we'll communicate back and forth until it's ready to certify you. And even when you have to renew annually, you get a reminder, technology, to renew. And you don't need to bring me nothing. You can renew online. Just the fact that we made it more convenient and we use technology as a way is the biggest home run. And then with or without COVID, the idea that we started making sure that business and business owners are busy. You don't always have time to run down here for a workshop or technical assistance. We now do that virtually. So you can call or you can schedule or you can participate in one of our workshops simply by clicking on a link. Technology and innovation again. What's the next one? It is AI. It's going to be understanding and embracing AI. Every business has to make their own business decision. The county's not going to do it for them. But there's going to be ways that you can have access to information and programming. And when you need to respond to something, we want to make sure you understand how AI can assist you in responding. We want to make sure you understand, even in our meetings, AI can assist you in the note-taking. I mean, before you tackle some of the larger things, we want you to understand it's a tool that you need to embrace. Now, I'm government, so I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's the best thing since sliced bread, go do this. No, but I need to make sure that I'm informing you and I'm exposing you how technology and innovation can help you grow your business, can help you be administratively sound in your business, can even replace some of the necessary costs of administrative and HR duties simply by embracing technology. And what do we have to do with that? We're not selling it like it's the next best thing since sliced bread, but we are being responsible enough to make sure that there's workshops and symposiums that we're sharing.
Yes.
So you can go and learn, so you can make your own decision. My job in this regard is to make sure that you're not blind or that you're not ill-informed. I need to make sure you know where you can go to get this information, because it is a business decision you need to make.
There is so much that we can cover here today. You are a wealth of information, and you know so much about how to help someone find the right path to get to do the right thing for their business to grow. However, before we end, and for those of you that are watching, Sandy, please share with us, what are the 3 main qualities that a business owner should have so they could be successful in business?
3 main qualities that a business owner should have so they can be successful in business. See, even I would say it's a top 20, but I'll bring it down to 3.
Thank you.
So whether you're in business or you're looking to start a business, the one quality, I won't call it the first, we'll just talk about 3. One quality that a business should have is an understanding of the business's infrastructure. What do I mean? How is this business set up? Based on integrity, based on morals and or values, based on whatever your delivery system is, based on the culture that most folks want to call the brand. One thing that all businesses should have and pay attention to, whether I'm in business or looking to start, is your infrastructure. What are you standing on? What are you building it on? What is going to be the culture? What's going to be the brand? What's going to be the non-negotiables? You have to have standards. You have to do business from a place of integrity and character if you're talking about starting sustainable business. See, that's one thing about us. Broward County in South Florida is a part of Kaufman's International Fast Track, and South Florida is one of the top in the country with starting new business. I give an applause. But also Broward County in South Florida, according to Kaufman International, we're also one of the tops in businesses going out of business within 4 years. So that's the sad part. I'm starting more, but I'm also losing more. So the first part of your question, what are some of the items? How are you building your business? What is your infrastructure? What you're standing on? The second part that all business owners need to own and accept is that it's an enduring task that requires capital, access to capital, a way to start, a way to launch, a way to sustain, a way to grow, a way to scale. I would never want a business owner or a proposed business owner to not pay attention to his or her finances. It is about access to capital, but before it's access to capital, it is about capital readiness as a business, COVID or not. Were you in position to get a loan? Were you in position to even get a grant? Can you speak to the capacity of your business to operate if the cash register is not ringing? What is your period or duration of sustainability? Are you that type of business that if you don't do a contract or if your cash register doesn't ring for 2 weeks, you're out of business in 30 days? Can you be a sustainable business? So the second thing is, in the beginning as well as throughout the duration, pay attention as a business to your finances. And the third thing I would add, like I said, it's about 20, 30, or 40 things, but I'll just bring down 3. The 2 principles and the essentials for all businesses. And I just talked about 1, finances, the money. The third is the people. You need to make sure as a business, whether as an entrepreneur, solopreneur, whether an S Corp, C Corp, LLC, 2 employees or 200, you have to be assured, and it's actually connected, based on the brand and your culture, based on the access to the capital to deliver whatever the services you're promising, and to have the quality people who can carry your product or carry your message. Because the people, based on the brand, is who makes your company. They're the ones who are doing the direct interface. They're the ones probably doing the direct work. They're the ones who's probably doing the direct sales. So if I had to say, out of 20, 30, 40 things, what is it that every business needs to keep in mind as they're starting a business or to sustain successfully a business? Is definitely the idea, what's your infrastructure? What's your culture? Secondly, access to capital. You're not starting a business if you don't know where the revenue is coming from. You're not starting a business if you don't have sustainable revenue. You're not starting a business if you can't create the product, the service, or the good that's going to be driven by winning contracts that then grows your revenue. And then the third thing would be your people. If you got the revenue and if you got the brand based on the culture, what type of people are representing you? Who's actually doing your work for you? Yes, the team, because that's key. No matter how good your brand is, no matter if you got the access to actually provide this product, provide this good, provide this service, if you don't have the right people, they go against your brand. If you don't have the right people, they cost you your money. So those would be three things that I wouldn't want someone not to pay intentional direction to when starting a business.
I love it.
All right.
And how is someone that is watching right now, how can they connect with your office? Because I know one of the things that you do here in the Small Business Economic Development in Broward County is you provide some training. And if someone just started a business, already in business, or want to grow their business, they can participate.
Absolutely. We have a spot for you in that regard. So first of all, 954-357-640. You have a right to call, ask for me, ask for my small business manager, ask for my economic development manager, ask for my assistant director, or just simply tell the person who's on the phone what your interest is. Hey, I want to start a business. Hey, I want to learn about scaling a business. Hey, I want to know about getting county contracts. Hey, can you help me identify other community partners? Based on what you say, our people would send you to the right people. But each one of you have the opportunity, if you so choose, to simply call and schedule a meeting with me. Face-to-face, virtual meeting, or just a phone conference. You have that opportunity. Because Ms. Berry's right. We have multiple programs for aspiring entrepreneurs and startups. We got programs for businesses who already been in business up to 7 years to help you go back and take a look. It's called Listening to Your Business, to make sure you understand exactly where your growth opportunities are and how to set a plan to actually grow. And we even do a 10-week course, and we add an 11th day for businesses who want to just launch. Understand all the concepts from idea to all the components of starting a business, including a business plan and launching, by which we even offer seed dollars as a part of a pitch competition. $10,000, $7,500, $5,000 to the top 3 presenters. But the idea is that we can take you from concept to launch. And what's in the middle is a business plan. If you went through that program and you did all of your homework assignments, bear 357-6400.
Or visit
www.org/econ.
That I did not cover a question that I did not ask you that you'd like to share.
Not really that you didn't ask, but if I had to put more emphasis, everyone doesn't want to do business with government, so we're not here to force it. But this is the Office of Economic and Small Business Development. If you are a business, if you're trying to start a business, or if you're looking at opportunities to scale and grow your business, it's not free, but it's already prepaid. I'm your tax dollars. You should at least find out what it is we do as a county, including our community partners, to see if any of us can be available or avail ourselves to you for your business needs. I am encouraging all of the listeners that even if you're not a business owner, but you know a business owner, even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, but you know an entrepreneur, make sure that they know, bare minimum, they can at least check with this office to see what's available. That's the message I'm trying to get out to my 31 cities, my 14 chambers, my 3 EDOs, economic development organizations. I want everyone to pass that on, because at the end of the day, I can't be of service to a business who's unaware that I'm here to service their business.
Okay, so there you have it. Thank you.
No, thank you, ma'am, for having me.
Yes, Sandy McDonald.
See, she's going with the Sandy McDonald, and I love it. She says Sandy McDonald. Everybody else running around talking about some Sandy Michael Everett. I love her. She makes it real simple. Sandy McDonald.
And for all of you that have been there watching Broward Together, we are here to educate you. And even if you don't live in Broward, I'm sure you learned something about how to make your business more successful, how to launch a business and make it successful. And I wish you all the best. I am Guylène Berry, my guest today,
Sandy McDonald.
Yes, and remember, you can always visit broward.org/econdev for more information. We are here to grow. Take care of your business. Mind your own business, invest in your business. But remember, develop your own self to be the best person that you want to be. Thank you.